Alright guys, my name is Yamez and I'm going to give you guys a quick walkthrough slash demo on configuring your Snort application with PFSense. PFSense is essentially a free and open source software slash router software that can be used for like basic firewalling, VPNs, access points, content filtering, etc. Snort is one of the more popular IDSs out there, open source, free. Um, it's essentially a prevention system that's capable of real-time traffic analysis and packet logging. So let's get started here. Let me go ahead and get logged in. Logged in. I can't speak today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go to Services, Snort. And again, if you don't have the Snort application installed, you won't see this option here. So just make sure you have that installed and your account's all set up correctly. Let's go to Global Settings and we'll get started. So we're going to enable Snort VRT. Essentially, VRT just stands for Vulnerability Research Team. We're gonna grab our Snoink Oink master code, and essentially, that code you'll have that code once you like get your account all set up and you log in into their portal. They will give you an Oink master code from snort.org. Let's enable Snort GPL version 2. So that's just our community rule set. Let's click that box. Essentially, these community rules just they fall under the GNU General Public License, and that essentially encourages development and distribution of open source software. So we'll make sure that's checked off. Um, this rule set is 30 days behind the Snort subscriber rule set. So this is the unpaid version, and there are no 0-day threats detected with this version. So we're gonna go down here to our emerging threat rules. We're gonna check off this enable emerging threats open. Essentially, this is just an anti-malware IDS rule set that enables users with cost constraints to enhance their network-based malware protection. We don't have the pro version, so we're not going to check that. Again, we're operating off the free version, but feel free to sign up for. Feel free to grab that if you guys want. Let's scroll down here to SourceFire Open App ID detectors. But let's check enable Open App ID and enable rules Open App ID. Essentially, OpenApp ID is it's an application-focused detection language and processing module for Snort. When this is used with PFSense, essentially the system is able to detect and can block if configured. So essentially, like an IDS, just detecting, or an IPS blocking. Multiple different sites like Facebook, Netflix, Twitter, and Reddit. So if you guys don't want your users accessing those sites, feel free to. This is a great option to have in your rule set. Let's go down here to hide deprecated rules. Let's check that box. Essentially, that just removes old and outdated rules from your rule set. Let's scroll down to startup and shutdown logging, and that's the last part of this page. Essentially, we want to know who and when Snort is being started and stopped by. So some essential information from your logs, like let's say you were to have a situation later on, you want to examine who's looking at your stuff at a specific time. That's something you definitely want to have enabled. Let's click save here. All right, so we're all done for the global settings page. Let's go back to Snort interfaces and let's add an interface. So we want to make sure this enable interface box is checked, which it is. Interface, we're going to switch that to WAN. Let's switch this to WAN also. Let's go down to alert settings here. We're going to send all alerts to our firewall system log. Let's enable packet captures. Checking this option will automatically capture packets that is generate a Snort alert. So we definitely want, like, let's say an alert is generated. We definitely want to capture packets. So let's check that off. And we want to block offenders. Let's say there's an offender that creates a Snort alert. They'll automatically be blocked. So that's something we definitely want enabled in our configuration. And I believe that's the last for this page. So I'm going to go ahead and click save. And let's enable our interface. All right. So our interface is enabled. Our rule set is configured and ready to go. So that's all I have for this video, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave in the comments below. And I'll be sure to get back to you. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.